Welcome to Love Light with Dr. Jean Marie Farish. Today, we'll show you how to use the spirit of love and self-worth to improve the connections with everyone else in your life. This program is your weekly gift, and it will keep on giving. You'll see. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jean Marie Farish.
Hello and welcome, everyone. I hope you're all faring well. I'm Dr. Jean Marie, your Love Light host, coming to you from the Voice America Empowerment Channel, shining love light into your hearts and homes to empower you to create a life you love. We are truly grateful for our listeners worldwide who tune in live and on demand. We have a wonderful show today, Love, Life, and Loss, with Judy Satori joining us today from New Zealand. Judy is an internationally recognized spiritual teacher, multi-dimensional channel, sound healer, and ascension wayshower. Her spiritually guided role during Earth's ascension process is to energetically upgrade people so that they can fulfill their own purpose and do what they have come to do on the planet. Judy verbally transmits energy works of new creation, divinely designed frequencies of sound and light that have an energy effect on the cells and the DNA template to switch on and activate previously dormant human DNA potential. And much of Judy Satori's work of 25 years is housed in her online membership subscription Ascension Library, and she offers hundreds of audio and video recordings and programs to members to help people transform their lives for the better and express their unique soul potential. And to access Judy's programs, you can explore free of charge her Ascension Library, www.ascensionlibrary.org. Judy's quote, "That path is ascension, which is actively choosing to evolve into higher consciousness with a total transformation, realigning with divine love that will impact your entire being and how you perceive, relate, and interact with the world around you." These are words of wisdom from Judy Satori, our ascension expert, who will show us the way on our show today, Love, Life, and Loss. Welcome, Judy, to Love Life.
Thank you very much, Jean Marie. It's wonderful to be speaking to you all today on the Voice of America platform. And this is a conversation, really. It's guided by spirit about love and the power of love, and love being the supreme creator of all good things in life. It's really the glue that holds all of life together. It holds us together as people. It's a vibrational frequency. And so when we lose love due to loss or various things happening in our life, it can be a very traumatic experience. Well, we all know that times are tough right now for many people, aren't they, Jean? There's war, sadness, loss, people losing their homes, people affected by climate events, people in states of precarious health, people who've lost those that they love and feel really bereft. And I feel when Spirit asked me to talk about this topic today, I think they knew what was needed and what was in people's hearts. And so I really want to talk about this from my own perspective and from my own life story. And this is really going back 10 years, Jean Marie, really, and everybody, because in 2013, after the unexpected ending of my own marriage, which was a big loss in my life, and it affected my entire way of life. And I think for many people today, you might not be losing a spouse, but our entire way of life is being lost for so many people due to events which are really outside of our control, as was the loss of my marriage. And so 10 years ago, when I was meditating at that time, I felt Mary Magdalene come to me. And Mary Magdalene asked me really to go to La Sainte-Baume in Provence in southern France, to the place where she had lived for 30 or so years after the crucifixion of Jesus, when she and others of the disciples of Yeshua, Jesus, had to flee Palestine, and many of them came to Gaul, as it was in those days, or Gallica in the Roman times. So I went to, as guided, and I followed, my whole life has been about following guidance, really. And so I went to La Sainte-Baume in February 2013, and I stayed at the hostelry there, which is the monastery at the foot of the mountain. See, there's a cave called the Sainted Cave where Mary Magdalene is said to have lived up the side of the mountain, and there's 150 steps that you climb up to this Sainted Cave, which is now a chapel where people can worship. And so I stayed at the hostelry, and every morning I used to walk in the snow because the snow covered the ground, and then I would go to the little cafe next door to the monastery and sit and drink cafe au lait by the fire. And it was at that time that Mary always came to me and asked me to write down what she said. And so I want to share with you some of the information that Mary gave me about what she called 4 fundamental aspects of love. Because when we lose life as we have known it, when we lose our health, when we lose our money, when we lose our home, when we lose someone we love, this is when we actually have an opportunity to go deeper into the heart. Only at that time we are so grief-stricken we can't see it, of course, as an opportunity. But when I went to La Sainte-Baume, Mary started to explain to me that she also had gone through deep grief. She also had lost the person that she loved most in the world, and she also had lost her home and everything about her way of life. And so she wanted to share with me that these 4 fundamental aspects of love are really 4 aspects or energies that are held within the heart. This is the heart chakra, that when balanced lead the way to joy. And to get out of the hole that we find ourselves in when we're really sad and we're really grieving, what is probably most required is to first balance the fundamental aspects of love within ourselves, within our heart. So she explained them to me as loving wisdom. Loving wisdom, she said, is to be connected to the truth of the soul. And we all know that when something really traumatic is happening to us, that's when we completely forget about the truth of the soul, and we distance ourselves most from the truth of the soul when we're grieving, when we're sad, and when we're in despair. So what she says is this: the beginning of your transformation into joy, which is our recovery, to get back into who we really are, is the ability to tune into the wisdom of your higher self, the truth of the soul. When the 4 rooms or chambers of the heart are brought into balance, the heart can heal both physically and emotionally and express true love. And this relates to the heart, the organ heart, but also the heart chakra, because both are connected. She says, take time each day to feel into the truth and wisdom within you. And then she talks about loving kindness. Be kind to yourself and let kindness flow. She had this to say to me: the rose is a beautiful flower that represents love. Unconditional love just is. It is not reliant on any spark to keep it alive, because it is self-generated within your own heart. Loving kindness means being compassionate towards oneself first and spending time feeling into what is right for you. When you balance the 4 rooms of the heart, your body will heal and regenerate. Because I think, Jean Marie, many of us today are feeling really overwhelmed about life's circumstances, and we don't know how to be still. We may not be sleeping properly. We can't get to sleep, or we wake up in the night. We feel like everything is coming at us. But what Mary is saying is that when we take time out and we, instead of pushing full on, like speed alert, we actually pull back and allow ourselves to be still for a little bit and apply loving kindness to ourselves first, like put the oxygen mask on ourselves first, then our bodies can start to heal and regenerate, and we can start to come back into the true life force that we are again and move back into life. Because life is precious. Life is to be lived. We can't press pause on life for too long because that makes us sick and unwell. But the key thing really is to connect to the truth of the soul and be kind to ourselves. And so Mary told me her story of losing Jesus, Yeshua, her entire way of life. And she said to me, the first thing to do is to open into your own loving heart. And this is what I really want to bring forward now, because I speak energy words of new creation. It's a form of light language, or the languages of light. But these words that I speak are coming today from Mary Magdalene, and they are designed to help all of us to open into our own loving, magnificent heart. And from that place of opening into the love that we are, to find the strength to go on in life. So you just sit and be. Place your hands over your heart chakra in the center of the chest. And just be still. There's nothing that you have to do, which is one of the important things that we really need to discover in life. It's not about doing. The way forward is not about doing. It's about being. It's about being with the heart and in the heart. It's about being with the soul and in the soul. It's about being with the love that we can self-generate. But this energy is first from Mary to help us open into our own loving heart. Just be. Moku shilaki salako shilaki zamalakodala. Imishtan malakola kalakalisha disita malakotalia. Atsokalaki stolzokulaka shuri state the bedexabalakola stokostia. Amelakadakalish the kush the key. Alabadish the kosiki. Alako kiki zakalakish dush the kazakulakotata. Amelakodokushi dixadokoti. Amelakodokishi she the kushi the kalakoda. Akota kushta sokota. Just take a deep breath and just let your shoulders drop. Really relax. Just let go. Let go and let God. We don't have to carry the calamities, the disasters, the pain, the loss in our lives on our own. We can let go and let God, let Spirit, let the beautiful beings of light who walk beside us help to carry us. Just by asking, by speaking. And so we open into our own loving heart, going deeper now. Mishli kushla sazabela kojulgo salakojuriki. Imisi kulishri sazabelogolada lojulokojuriki. Alakazigishtu lakishla salakolekustisa. Amalakolakishli satakalabalaki. Alakali sabalakalishokoshoshi lakadujalakanabelakadatia. Akishtas sabalakola jishabalakalakalakalakadushandisalakoya. Amalakalakishi shabalakalabalakaoya. Alkazish so jisalakish the kazabalakodia. Ishalakazakalabalakalakalakadabalakalushi. Ishtas sabalakalakadish shabalakodia. Azakishti kosakishti kosakishti kosya. You are amazing, and you are enough, just as you are. This journey in the body is fleeting, for a moment in time, really. But your journey as a soul, a timeless, eternal, beautiful soul, is forever. And you, all of us, will be okay. Let go and let God Know that all is well. And feel deeply into the love that you are, now and forever. Amen.
Judy, that is so powerful. Thank you so much for sharing your story and Mary Magdalene's message, the 4 fundamental aspects of love, and your empowering energy transmission to open our hearts to love, because these life experiences can close us off, and we're so busy trying to redefine ourselves or grieve for the loss, and you really opened us up to what we really need to focus on. And what I thought you mentioned that's so important is to give ourselves a break, to just be, to be compassionate and have that loving kindness for ourselves. That is so powerful. And Judy, I think we're up for a commercial break.
Yes.
So, I mean, we just have to take in this first segment during the break time because it's so empowering, and I just felt all of what you were sharing. So we're going to just take a brief commercial break. So listeners, we will return shortly with Judy Satori, our internationally recognized spiritual teacher, multidimensional channel, sound healer, Ascension Way Shore, joining us today from New Zealand on our show, Love, Life, and Loss. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Jean Marie Farish's Center for Conscious Loving, LLC, cultivates a lifestyle of love and wholehearted connections through personal growth, altruistic services, and speaking engagements. Resources include classes, workshops, life care coaching, and creative service projects with an emphasis on cultural arts. Visit the website at drjeanmariefarish-consciousloving.com. That's drjeanmariefarish-consciousloving.com. Or click the link on the Love Light show page.
Best-selling Authors International news honors best-selling authors around the globe. Dr. Jean Marie Farish is featured in the newly released issue of Published Magazine. To have first access to this treasured resource, go to publishedmagazine.com. Dr. Jean Marie Farish is proud to announce the release of her new book, Living in the Spirit of Love, Our Natural State of Being, available now at Balboa Press. This book will help you master your life and flourish in love. You'll learn how to become a better and more evolved you. Feel good by making life-affirming choices. Deepen your feelings and expressions of love. Tune in love and sustain the change. And flourish in love and find your joy. Visit BalboaPress.com and search for Living in the Spirit of Love and enjoy Dr. Farish's new book today.
I'm Judy Satori. I'm a spiritual channel and activator of human potential. You might have heard me speaking on the Voice of America on Dr. Jean Farish's show, Love Light, because I've been speaking about the challenges that are besetting all of us right now and how we can surrender but also keep on going. I want to invite you to join my new Facebook group that is devoted to heart-centered connection and unity. Through this Facebook group, you can also join my free access question and answer session with Spirit on the first Wednesday to Thursday of every month. Just search Ascension Community on Facebook to join the group. In this session, I answer questions and transmit energy from Spirit to give you guidance and support. Because life on planet Earth ain't easy right now, and there is so much help from above, from beings of love and light, from multidimensional realities who are actually here with us, wanting to step up and support us. I welcome you to become part of our ongoing group conversation about evolutionary change and how it's affecting us as human beings and affecting our life today. Many blessings to you. You can find out more about me and my work at www.ascensionlibrary.org. Have a wonderful day.
Announcing Dr. Jean Marie Farish's new book, Love Mastery Devotion Journal, 21-day weekly prompts and affirmations. This is the companion piece to Dr. Farish's best-selling book, Living in the Spirit of Love, Our Natural State of Being. Through the new book, we invite you to cultivate a lifestyle of love through daily devotional practices over a 21-day period, following 9 ingredients in the recipe of love. Love Mastery Devotion Journal, 21-day weekly prompts and affirmations is available on Amazon.com and Balboa Press. Vicki Winterton and Dr. Jean Marie Farish have compiled a dynamic book, We're All in This Together, Embrace One Another, an anthology with 24 highly diverse co-authors who share how to spread the message of love, resilience, inclusivity, and compassion. This book is an invaluable source of uplifting, inspiring, and positive insights for spreading positivity in the world. We're All in This Together. Embrace One Another is available on Amazon.com. Be sure to get your copy today.
It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You are tuned in to Love Light with Dr. Jean Marie Farish. Feel free to connect with our program through email or check out our links on Facebook. Reach Jean at Jean72Farish@yahoo.com. That's Jean72Farish@yahoo.com. And now, back to Love Light.
Welcome back to Love Light, Living in the Spirit of Love with Judy Satori, internationally recognized spiritual teacher, multidimensional channel, sound healer, Ascension Way Shore, joining us today from New Zealand on our show, Love, Life, and Loss. And thank you, Judy, for that powerful energy transmission to help us open our hearts in the first segment, your story, your personal story and your experience encounter with Mary Magdalene and her sharing those 4 fundamental aspects of love. Thank you so much. And share with us what we can expect in this segment.
Yes. Well, I want to go a little bit deeper now into my journey with Mary Magdalene at La Sainte Baume, because La Sainte Baume is a mountain massif. It's called the Massif de la Sainte Baume. And so Mary's cave really is towards the top of the mountain. And I couldn't go up there much because there was so much snow and ice that it was pretty impassable. So I used to walk around in the forest. And one day Mary said to me, "Your heart is to be broken into grief." I said to her, "What do you mean? It already is. What do you mean? My heart is already broken into grief because of my marriage ending." And she just kept repeating, "Your heart is to be broken into grief, because from that breaking open of the heart, much good will come." So what I didn't know is that a few days later, there was a big storm, and it was about 1:00 in the morning, and the shutters of my room in the monastery were banging, and it was blowing a howling gale and raining. And I felt compelled to get up and make a set of recordings, which was about being taken up by the angels and walking up each of the 150 steps to the cave chapel where Mary is said to have lived. And so I started making this recording on my recorder in the early hours of the morning, and I finished about 3 a.m., and then I went back to sleep. But exactly 12 hours later, I got a call from New Zealand where my family had been trying to track me down because my father had had a sudden heart attack and he was on life support. He was really brain dead at the time. But when I realized that he had actually passed at that exact time when I was working with the angels to go up the steps of this mountain, I felt that the angels were taking him up to God, really. And so my heart, of course, broke into more grief because I flew immediately back to New Zealand and for his funeral and his death. He died just before I arrived. But that was a very profound time of understanding and healing and, of course, breaking into love. Because when we lose someone, we feel immense love. We feel the loss, we feel the sadness, we feel the pain. But it actually breaks us into love, deeper love. And so what I also realized, because I felt bereft, really, I had no home, no marriage, and no father. And I felt, okay, and this is what Mary also said, when there is nowhere else to go within, into the God self within. The God self within us, which is our higher self, our soul, eternal self, always part of us, is our eternal loving refuge. So I said to Mary, okay, how do I go within? How do I go within? I'm fragmented, upset, stressed out, and alone. And she said, cultivate stillness and peace. Cultivate stillness and peace. And I understood that I really needed to spend time being still, meditating. You see, the way forward, the third of the fundamental aspects of love that Mary taught me about in La Sainte Baume is to do with loving strength. And as we start to heal our broken hearts or heal from the adversity that has befallen us, we merge or we stand in our loving strength, which is about being true to ourselves and taking action. And this is important because this is the time when we get past the sadness and the crying and we have to take action. We have to step into a new way of being. And she said this, the pathway forward is meditation and the deliberate creation of the energy vibrations of the 4 fundamental aspects of love. When you create these emotions within the body and mind, it sets in place a powerful energy pulse that transfigures and transforms. It is necessary for your personality self to demonstrate courage, the strength of the heart, as you have so often demonstrated this in your earthly lives, and take the actions needed to follow the heart's wisdom. So the heart's wisdom comes when we feel into the voice of the heart. We put maybe our right hand on our heart chakra and feel in stillness and meditation into the voice of the heart, what the heart's voice is saying to us. And we align with the soul's truth by putting our left hand on where the solar plexus chakra is, because deep within that area of the body is the soul seat or the soul's voice. So we tune into the heart and we feel into the soul. And then we start to get ideas or impressions about how we might move forward in life. And we stop feeling so paralyzed about not knowing, you see. And it's always good at that time to sit and do this exercise for 21 days, because in the 21 days, which is a cycle of creation, keep a little journal by your side and jot down the inspirations of the soul, the inspirations of the heart, before you take any action on changing things, you see, because when we're stressed out and when we're sad and upset, we seize on all sorts of ideas which may not be the right choice or the right decision. Just because we want to fix things, we want to move forward, we don't want to sit in this horrible emotion anymore. But what Mary taught me is to just be for a time with what is. Don't try to immediately fix things, to reshape our lives. That time will come. She said, rest for a time in the stillness of being, in the surrender of not knowing. And what is surrender? Surrender is it's not about giving up or letting go and just being a blob. It's about handing the challenges and the issues over to God. It's about taking the weight off our feet, taking the weight off our shoulders, sitting down for a time, being still, surrendering to not knowing, and having the trust and faith that when it is the right time to know, we will know. And it's also about expecting miracles. You know, from that state of positive expectancy, miracles do happen. And positive expectancy just means that feeling in the heart, that even though I don't know what I'm doing now, even though I don't know where to go, I don't know how to recover in my life from this tragedy that I've experienced, this challenge that has beset me, I know that miracles are coming for me. Because Mary said, be grateful for what you do not have. Be grateful for what you do not yet have, and more will be added unto you. So what this really means is that when we speak the word by saying, with the power of God that I am, I have the most beautiful home. I have a strong, healthy body. I have a wonderful partner in my life. Whatever it is that we want to receive, to speak the words for that new miracle in our life, and know that this expectation will be fulfilled, which is very different to you praying about it or beseeching about it or asking for it, because knowing is the actual knowing that we already have this great blessing coming to us, which is a different vibration entirely. And so we call it in by knowing that we already have it, by speaking the word, by sitting in the place of stillness. So there's two things here, really, that I just want to summarize before, Jean Marie, I maybe move into some energy transmissions here. Mm-hmm. But these two things that I really want to summarize here to help us to all really get and understand is we need to spend time sitting in stillness. We need to place our hand on our heart chakra to tune into the voice of the heart. The voice of our heart knows everything. It's the voice of our higher self. To tune into the rightness of the soul's knowing, which is placing your hands on the solar plexus chakra and feeling into the soul seat, the soul's knowing. And writing it down, because if we don't write it down and do it for 21 days, we flip-flop all over the place, because drama, karma, situations come up, other people say things, people try to help us, and sometimes their advice is well-meaning but not what is really going to help us, because the only support that we really have in life is the inner support of our own God self. We come in alone, or we're going to go alone, and sometimes we feel really alone, and maybe we need to be alone for a time to really surrender, to really hear, to really cultivate that stillness and peace. So don't be upset if you're listening and you feel really alone right now. See this aloneness as a precious gift of God for you, so that you can truly determine what is your truth and follow your heart's voice. And Spirit also said to me today, they want to do some energy transmissions, which they say are a miracle magnet, which sounds pretty awesome, really. But a miracle magnet really is just going to help to support and magnetize what we talk about, what we want, what we speak into being to us more quickly. So what I suggest you do is write down on a piece of paper 3 to 5 things which you want as miracles in your life. And you write them down like this: with the power of God that I am, I have, or I am, or I receive, whatever you want to do, but just make it in now time, because you're not going to ask for it in the future. You're going to ask for it as if you already have it now, just like Mary Magdalene said. This is what I have right now, and I am calling it in. So you write these 3 to 5 things down like this. And then as you listen to the transmissions of this miracle magnet that I'm now going to speak and bring forth, this energy will reinforce what you're speaking about. And when we speak, it's good if we put our hand on our heart chakra and go into the place of love, because love is the catalyst, love is the creative glue that holds life together. And love, when we connect into the love vibration within us, it also catalyzes and strengthens what we speak about, you see. So put your hand on your heart chakra, your right hand on your heart chakra, in the center of the chest. Choose at the moment just one thing that you want to create and bring into life. And speak the words that I said with the power of God that I am, because we are all becoming God creators at this time. With the power of God that I am, and speak your own words in the now. And just let this miracle magnet energy of the angels reinforce these words and bring your highest good and your greatest joy to you. Amen. Miklis alashtan malakazi lishtaza kolia malakazi kishtoza lakiza lakajula sabalakoya lapatakulasa kush to kush kisa galabedaka zapadakatako eshloka sabadakushul karabadakalakatakaya mishta kisibidikulukoshko alakodalakistodi siania alabadakalakadishtako sabalakasa Amalakostin, Amalakalisakti, Amalakodakalikusto, Kodakalishtokodakati, Amakutushiko, Dokazakatabatakologisho, Batakalabatakoloka, Stad Badaka, Amalakodishtikia. And I'm calling in now a trinity of very powerful angels. There's the Archangel Raphael to do with healing. There's the Archangel Michael to protect, to keep harm at bay. And there's the Archangel Sandalphon. And the Archangel Sandalphon says that he is the bringer of all good things, that he is the bringer of beauty and light, that he is the one of the portent that augurs well. Mishlekusia, la kajila seda zabalakadakalisto koya, amalakazakista zabalakoya. Mistan balakazakish la kozikisia, amalakazakudishta kozakisa kojtakia kushtia, akotikia, 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 akotikia. Amen.
Judy, that's so empowering. Thank you so much. In this segment, showing us how to go deeper into love, giving ourselves a break, the strategies you shared for journaling, stillness, gratitude, ways to call in what we desire, and that magnificent energy transmission miracle magnet. Well, Judy, we're ready for a brief commercial break. We're ready for the next segment already, but it's time for us to take that quick commercial break. So for our listeners, stay tuned for more. You don't want to miss this last segment with Judy Satori, internationally recognized spiritual teacher, multi-dimensional channel, sound healer, ascension way shower from New Zealand, joining us today on our show, Love, Life, and Loss. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
I'm Judy Satori. I'm a spiritual channel and activator of human potential. You might have heard me speaking on the Voice of America on Dr. Jean Farish's show, Love Light, because I've been speaking about the challenges that are besetting all of us right now and how we can surrender but also keep on going. I want to invite you to join my new Facebook group that is devoted to heart-centered connection and unity. Through this Facebook group, you can also join my free access question and answer session with Spirit on the first Wednesday to Thursday of every month. Just search Ascension Community on Facebook to join the group. In this session, I answer questions and transmit energy from Spirit to give you guidance and support. Because life on planet Earth ain't easy right now, and there is so much help from above, from beings of love and light, from multidimensional realities who are actually here with us, wanting to step up and support us. I welcome you to become part of our ongoing group conversation about evolutionary change and how it's affecting us as human beings and affecting our life today. Many blessings to you. You can find out more about me and my work at www.ascensionlibrary.org. Have a wonderful day.
Vicki Winterton and Dr. Jean Marie Farish have compiled a dynamic book, We're All in This Together, Embrace One Another, an anthology with 24 highly diverse co-authors who share how to spread the message of love, resilience, inclusivity, and compassion. This book is an invaluable source of uplifting, inspiring, and positive insights for spreading positivity in the world. We're All in This Together, Embrace One Another is available on Amazon.com. Be sure to get your copy today. Announcing Dr. Jean Marie Farish's new book, Love Mastery Devotion Journal, 21-day weekly prompts and affirmations. This is the companion piece to Dr. Farish's best-selling book, Living in the Spirit of Love, Our Natural State of Being. Through the new book, we invite you to cultivate a lifestyle of love through daily devotional practices over a 21-day period, following 9 ingredients in the recipe of love. Love Mastery Devotion Journal, 21-day weekly prompts and affirmations is available on Amazon.com and Balboa Press. Dr. Jean Marie Farish is proud to announce the release of her new book, Living in the Spirit of Love, Our Natural State of Being, available now at Balboa Press. This book will help you master your life and flourish in love. You'll learn how to become a better and more evolved you. Feel good by making life-affirming choices. Deepen your feelings and expressions of love. Tune in love and sustain the change. And flourish in love and find your joy. Visit BalboaPress.com and search for Living in the Spirit of Love and enjoy Dr. Farish's new book today.
Jean Marie Farish's Center for Conscious Loving, LLC, cultivates a lifestyle of love and wholehearted connections through personal growth, altruistic services, and speaking engagements. Resources include classes, workshops, life care coaching, and creative service projects with an emphasis on cultural arts. Visit the website at drjeanmariefarish-consciousloving.com. That's drjeanmariefarish-consciousloving.com. Or click the link on the Love Light show page.
Best-selling Authors International news honors best-selling authors around the globe. Dr. Jean Marie Farish is featured in the newly released issue of Published Magazine. To have first access to this treasured resource, go to publishedmagazine.com.
It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You are tuned in to Love Light with Dr. Jean Marie Farish. Feel free to connect with our program through email or check out our links on Facebook. Reach Jean at Jean72Farish@yahoo.com. That's Jean72Farish@yahoo.com. And now, back to Love Light.
Welcome back to Love Light, Living in the Spirit of Love. If you're just joining us, we are with Judy Satori, our internationally recognized spiritual teacher, multidimensional channel, sound healer, and ascension wayshower from New Zealand, joining us today on our show, Love, Life, and Loss. And in our last segment, Judy shared an empowering miracle magnet energy transmission. She showed us how to go deeper into love, how to give ourselves that well-needed break and time out for ourselves and not rush into trying to make things happen, to really flow with how the universe will let things unfold for us. And Judy shared techniques of journaling, gratitude, and how to call in what we desire. So Judy, take it away with this next segment. What's in store for us?
Okay. Well, what's in store for us, we don't know, you see. And that's the thing. That's the thing about life right now for so many of us, is it's completely unpredictable, which is really quite stressful for most of us because we like predictability. You know, we don't like it when we don't know what's happening or we don't know where we're going. But what Spirit really are explaining to me is that our life journey always will have ups and downs, and it always will have periods of unpredictability. But they also say that the journey, our life journey, can become actually more exciting when we don't know where we're going. Because when we've been doing same old thing for years, it can feel a bit stale, and we get a bit stale too. But just imagine if everything can be shaken up, and just as easily as we might experience a challenge or an adversity in our life, which many of us have experienced recently, so too miracles can also happen and tip the scales in the opposite balance. So we can change our mindset, or begin to change our mindset, and wake up in the morning, instead of thinking, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know how I'm going to pay the bills, I don't know anything. Maybe wake up and think, this day is a new day. It's a wonderful opportunity just to be still and allow the magic to happen. And this day can be so exciting, even though I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going or where I'm going to get the job from or how I'm going to pay for the groceries. Maybe this day is just going to hold a special magic in it. We shouldn't get discouraged if some days are not as magical as others. That's what they say. And we shouldn't look at things that happen, which are adverse, as tests come back to haunt us. Sometimes it's really about tests or situations that seem to be on repeat, pause, repeat, most of our lives. They're not really tests, spirits say. They are opportunities to help us as a soul to go deeper into loving ourselves. So the key here really is to love ourselves. And the fourth fundamental aspect of love is loving beingness, being love, being joyful from a place of peace. This is what Mary said to me back in La Sainte-Baume. Understand that the expression of joy in your life is a process. It is the small trickle of water of happiness becoming a mighty river of joy. Joy begins with the application of the four fundamental aspects of love and grows from this. Joy is an energy that is experienced. It cannot be taught, only discovered. Have faith that when you create your life in alignment with your soul's true expression, it is a powerful catalyst to joy. And I feel many people right now, like life has been upended the way they've known it, but there is another chapter coming, you see. And that chapter can be more powerful, more joyful, more beautiful than the previous chapters. We just get attached to stress and worry and anxiety. And we feel that we have to do it all. So when we actually begin to embrace the uncertainty of life and surrender into not knowing with a certain expectation that we will know when it's the right time, we start to change the trajectory of anxiety and fear into the energies of love, peace, oneness, and joy. So I guess we could say, okay, so how do we create love within ourselves? When you're feeling really stressed and anxious and sad and you've lost someone that you love, how do we get back into that loving space within ourselves and become the source of that love? Well, this is how I find, this is what I do. I put beautiful music on and I just sit. You know, some of the classics or some of the music which is like 963 Hertz music, which you can listen to on YouTube, it's profoundly uplifting. And if you just sit, put your hands on your heart chakra and just be. And then start to breathe really deeply. And as you breathe in, imagine that you're breathing in love, the love vibration, into the heart. And as you breathe out, imagine that this beautiful love vibration is spreading out through your entire physical body and flowing out into the energy fields around your body, your auric field. So on the in-breath, you're pulling in love, but you can also see as beautiful rose pink in colour. And you're breathing this love vibration out into every cell of your body and filling up your auric field, your energy field with the love vibration. And after a few minutes, you'll start to feel yourself tingling, maybe even vibrating. What that means is that the cells of your body, the trillions of cells in your body, are resonating with the love vibration. And you're starting to transform, and your health is starting to get better, because health and happiness and love go together. So when we build the energy vibration of love, the frequency of love within our body and our mind, through the heart, through a simple technique of actually speaking it aloud, I am love, I create love, breathing it in and breathing it out through our cells and through our energy field. And we tingle and we grow warmer and we start to vibrate with that energy frequency. Then from that energy frequency, because love is the key and the way, that's what Yeshua said, love is the key and the way to new life. So when we breathe into the love and we feel this love, and we create it to such a strength within our energy field that we are tingling and vibrating and feeling warm with that love, then we can also speak the words of creation to manifest the miracles in life that we want to bring in. But spend the 21 days in surrender, feeling into the heart's voice. If you have no clue what you're meant to be doing or where you're going to go or what you're going to do in life, spend 21 days feeling into the heart's voice and the soul's knowing. Put the right hand on the heart chakra and the left hand just below the diaphragm, above the navel, at the place of the soul seat of the body, in the body. And just gently ask your heart and your soul for their loving guidance, because we are not alone in this life. The highest self of us, our I Am presence, is always connected to us. And when we lose our way because of fear, challenge, adversity, we temporarily might become out of resonance with our higher self. So this little meditation will bring us back. It will bring you back. And remember, from the little stream, the little trickling brook coming up out of the soil, a mighty river eventually will form. So from that little trickle of love energy that we all deliberately create ourselves, a mighty river of joy will eventually flow. And when we tune into the heart's voice and we take action based on what our heart is telling us to do and not our head, and this really only comes by sitting with this energy for a period of time. This is why 21 days is quite important, because this is a cycle, 3 times 7. You know, in 7 days, God created the heavens and the earth. So this is 3 times 7. So it's magnifying this process of creation to the power 3 times, to the power of 9, really. And so every time we sit within this energy, more of what our heart wants for us will be shown to us. And then we will be given and shown the key and the way to everything and to create the new chapter in our life that we so badly want to create. I think, Jean Marie, one thing I think Spirit is teaching all of us as we go through loss, pain, and adversity is that we can't let this loss or this pain or these challenges destroy us, destroy our happiness. It's okay to be sad for a time, but then it's time to renew. I think one of the worst things for us as human people and as souls, timeless souls, we're so lucky and it's so special to be here in this physical body at this time. And we can't allow ourselves to just sleepwalk through life. We have to enjoy it. We have to be happy. We have to live in joy.
Yes.
And just to complete, I'd just like to bring a little joy transmission through now. Amen. Miklisa le shlasa bela kola kishir kuya. Alamela kala kishlik sita besola kala bela kola kishla shlonya. Alabela kola kishla kala bela kola kishnia. Amela kola kishla de stan bela koy. Mekusta. Mishtaka. 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 Mary's parting words to all of us are, be in the heart of yourself. Be the love that you are.
Judy, thank you so much. This has been an outstanding, extraordinary show today. We thank you so much for being here, inspiring us on our ascension journey, the empowering energy transmissions, showing us how to cultivate love within ourselves, your sacred wisdom, the empowering energy transmissions, our antidotes for just the pain of loss and how to find that joy again. We are truly grateful, and we do invite our listeners to tune back in on demand, share our show with others, to visit Judy's Ascension Library at www.ascensionlibrary.org. Judy, thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, thank you very much for having me, Jean Marie. I love speaking with everybody on the Voice of America show, and particularly speaking with you. So thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And much gratitude to the Voice America team for making this show a reality. This is Dr. Jean Marie coming to you from Voice America. And remember, an empowered self is a loving self. And keep your love light shining. Thank you so much for tuning in today.
Thank you for listening to Love Light this week. Be sure to join Dr. Jean Marie Farish again for another program next Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific Time and noon Eastern Time on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Have a wonderful week filled with love, self-worth, and better connections.